goes on. How y'all doing? And there's a point to that. Not just me doing a good impression of Michael Jackson. No, that was for two reasons. One, to show off my singing skills. And two, I'm gonna talk about how, basically about pedophiles, or people who are accused of pedophiles, or being a pedophile. So, I'm talking about this because you see on Twitter people accusing all kinds of people of being a pedophile and then not backing it up with enough evidence. Like Michael Jackson. At least to me, there's not enough evidence to prove that Michael Jackson was a pedophile. Now, he could have been, he might not have been, but think about it like this. The law says, like, say you're trying to try someone for, like, murder. You have to prove without a shadow of a doubt, without any reasonable doubt, that someone murdered, you know, who they're saying they murdered. There needs to be no room for a logical, reasonable doubt. Now, we're not talking about, oh, maybe an alien came down and killed whoever, because that's not reasonable, that's not logical. If there's even a 10% chance that a person didn't do the crime that they're being accused of, they don't go to jail. And sometimes you'll have cases where someone probably was, but because there was enough doubt, a good lawyer can argue not guilty, you know, beyond a reasonable doubt. And this is something that I see a lot with, say, Michael Jackson or Too Mad. Like, at least it has not been proven yet, so you should hold your judgment until it is proven. But the internet does not work like that. You don't see that on the internet very much because people are so just quick to judge like that. Now, let me preface this video. Well, I'm already about in the middle of it probably, so it's not really much of a preface, but still, let me say, pedophilia, fucking evil. Awful thing. But if you are going to accuse someone of being a pedophile, there's a higher standard of proof that needs to be had because pedophilia is such an awful thing. Like Vosh. Do I think that Vosh, even though I don't like Vosh. I really do not like him. He's a little shit-eating goober. But do I think he's a pedophile? I don't know, but it's not proven. Is he a creep? Yes, definitely. The porn that he watches definitely makes him a creep, and I would not want to be around him. But to call someone a pedophile, you need a lot more to prove that. But people are just so quick to just get on it. And I understand why. It's because being a pedophile is just such a guttural, like, people have such a guttural reaction to it that if someone's accused of it and there's even just a medium amount of evidence, people are just gonna think, oh, fuck that guy, I'm gonna avoid him. Which, to be fair, yeah, if someone's being accused of being a pedophile, you should avoid them until it's proven right or wrong. But I feel like people, especially on the internet, have lost the idea of innocent until proven guilty. Because we're jumping from one accusation to the other. There were so many accusations, not of pedophilia, but of different things, all throughout last year. And people jump on them. Like, say, Super Mega. The whole Super Mega incident and that whole situation, you had people jumping on them. It's happened before with the Pro Jared. People just jumping on them without enough evidence. It happens all the time. Come on, guys. It happens so much, and it pisses me off because even if someone probably did something, you shouldn't treat it as if they definitely did something. And this is not me playing devil's advocate for these fuckers. It's just, I'm just saying, you gotta be more sure if you're gonna accuse someone of something like that. Because, like, I know so many people that think 100% Michael Jackson liked little kids. And that's probably mostly because of, like, South Park and shit like that. But still, there was not enough evidence. But I I suggest you go look at multiple documentaries and form your own opinion, but don't just believe it because other people say it. Look at the evidence itself. Like another thing, what was his name? I think it was like Leather Apron Society or some shit like that, but he made a video about Thomas Jefferson and how Thomas Jefferson likely did not rape his slave. He likely did not. It was most likely one of his sons. But it's now pretty much just a universal, like, fact that Thomas Jefferson had a bunch of slaves. He did. He had a bunch of slaves. And he had a child with one of his slaves. He probably fucking didn't. He probably didn't. But the internet's so, like, fickle that it'll jump on one idea and just go with it. It's so hard to understand what is real and what's not real on the internet these days because there's so much misinformation. Like, I don't know what to believe about what's happening in Israel and Palestine because so many times I'll see something saying Israel did something, and then the other side will say, oh no, it was Hamas that did it. I don't know what to fucking believe. I know that any child that's dying in a war, that's a fucking tragedy. I'll stake my claim on that. I don't know. Moral of the story, the internet is a great thing, but it can also be a terrible thing. But, anyway, this was a shorter video, so I hope you enjoyed. I hope y'all have a good day. I'll see you. Bye.